Nathan's beard's on fire.
Not good. Everybody's head's bobbing.
I need Andrea to come up with some words.
The darkness, it's overcome me. All I see around me is a bunch of clowns.
What?
Exactly.
You need to sample that.
Welcome everybody to another episode of D&D with Newbs. Episode 15 of The Lost Mines of Phandelver.
15.
It's pretty crazy. So, does anybody want to recap for the folks viewing at home and the people that were not here last time?
Andre said he
with the
was
big
going to
sub.
because
Thanks so
he
much,
had
man.
his name mentioned too many times last time.
I did hear that.
I'm pretty sure I didn't say I was going to do the recap.
Who doesn't,
I think I recall you saying that.
who doesn't have any inspiration?
Yeah, you're probably going to need it in this adventure.
I have inspiration.
Yeah, I got one still.
And if I'm being
Yeah,
honest, my brain's a little fuzzy.
I'm being honest. Your brain's always fuzzy.
Oh, now no fighting in the recap. Jeez. Not even playing yet.
I
It's
did
all
last
for the-
once.
It's all for the lulls, man.
I didn't look, so I couldn't.
All right.
Oh my
there's
god,
no,
does anyone have this recap?
no.
It looks like it's Orc's Bane.
You don't want... I don't take notes.
Make sure you
I
don't.
know you
mention
do better with no
Andre's name.
notes than
All
I
right
would
here. All
with
them notes.
Okay, let me see if I can
Okay.
wing it here.
Oh,
Okay.
Pierre.
All right, Pierre, go ahead and let's recap this.
Okay, so we had finished up at the castle. We
Really
went
started
back.
wrong.
Now, let him talk.
I'm just joking. Go ahead.
We head back to the camp where Rakala was recovering from his little paper cut that he got from the squirrel, and yeah. And he managed to spend some quality time with Readoff and got his nature proficiency.
Nature.
Yeah, it's
And-
natural.
So
It was nature and survival, but it already had survival.
right. So he's now proficient in nature.
That's right.
Then we were talking about what to do next. What's his name?
Readoff.
Gundren.
Gundren.
Oh.
Gundren. Yeah, Gundren wanted to go directly back to Fandrin, but the rest of the party had other ideas. But Gundren was persistent, and we started headed back to Fandrin. We made camp, and during the night we were attacked. Well, actually, no. We weren't attacked at night. We were actually walking down the path. We were
Right.
attacked by hobgoblins, and
Well, it was
was
after
nighttime.
dark.
it was nighttime, but it wasn't during
Yes, it
camp.
was right.
No.
So there was some shenanigans done with some Weekend at Bernie's like things with some dead hobgoblins trying to lure some goblins into the grass.
Right.
Classic.
Pierre tried something a little bit subtle, and then Rakala took it to the next level
Right.
and shoved his sword up the, shall we say, orifice of a dead hobgoblin and used it as a puppet.
He put the head on the top.
Yeah.
No, that
The
was
sword.
Pierre. Pierre did that.
No, I didn't put it
No,
on the
Pierre
head.
did just the
Yeah.
head. He
Yeah.
he,
Like,
he
I
did the
picked up
body
the head
with
and,
the.
like, yeah, I was trying to like put it right over the grass line, but yeah. It was a little bit of a battle, nothing too bad, but we did manage to take down the hobgoblins, and I believe that's where we left off.
Something like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we did gain a level.
Andrew did get
Yes.
knocked out.
Yep.
Now-
When he got
Oh yeah,
he got rescued.
yeah. He
Almost
got
died.
impaled by a sword. It was.
And he was
touch
on
and go.
fire.
Yeah, I caught the field on fire.
Yep. Andrew decided, or Annam decided to do some yard work out there and burn half the field. Yeah.
But you know, if we could go a combat with only one person going unconscious, I think it's kind of, you know.
It's probably a win.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Also, DM, I got a question.
Okay.
If when we raised a level, did that bring us up like a rest? Did our magics come back, or are we still out?
Well, you guys rested, and that's when you leveled up. You
Yeah.
woke up
Oh,
the
okay.
next morning
All right.
stronger.
Yeah, we
All
took
right.
a long
Oh,
rest.
that's right. Okay.
But so
Okay.
right now you are still in.
Yeah, we're still out on the trail.
Yes, I believe you were marching pretty much the rest of the night to get to town. And after the event with the hobgoblins, it was peaceful the rest of the way.
It was Gundren's fault.
Gundren is adamant. He's telling you guys, thanks for trudging on. I need to get back. I've got to save my brother.
You almost got us killed, Gundren.
It happens.
Almost doesn't count.
I've already lost one brother to this menace. I
Yeah.
don't need to lose the other. And so, Gundren.
Wait, your brother is that
Sildar.
Sildar?
No,
Sildar.
no. I had two other brothers,
Oh.
Thandrin and what's his name, Nardru.
You don't even know your brother's name?
It's been a while, my friend.
That's bullshit.
I've been locked up for weeks. They were back in the cave setting up for further explorations deeper into the cave, and I was back in Phandelver getting more supplies. At that time, I was notified that they were attacked, and one was killed and one was captured. So I'm thinking the Black Spider is keeping one in the cave. And then they sent these hobgoblins to capture me, which they did. They're trying to get all the information out of us to figure
What
out.
information were they asking?
They're trying to find out how we found the Wave Echo Cave and what we're trying to do with the Forge of Spells.
The Forge of Spells?
Yes.
What does that do?
It is a magical like forge that's down in these caves that was making all kinds of magical items and valuables that was lost, and there's a reason why we want to find it, because us dwarves love. Say that again.
Are you trying to learn how to make the magical items again?
Right. We want to.
Oh, that sounds cool.
It is cool, but evil people also want it for evil shenanigans.
Evil people suck.
Can you make a magical chest plate for Andrew to not be an asshole?
I don't know
Can
if
you
that's an
make-
ability that I
Can you
have.
make a magical gag to shut up Rock Hollow permanently? That'd be great.
We don't need a magical one, friend. As he pulls off a handkerchief. But
Yeah,
he
I'm
looks
not-
at
I was trying to write-
he looks at you and he realizes you're a lot bigger and stronger than him. So he jests and puts his handkerchief back. But he's like, we need to get back into this cave. We need to go tell Sildar that we're okay, and we need to rest up.
The
Since
playful intimidation.
I hear you, playful intimidation. So let's keep going. And with that, Gundren leads on with his little short legs. He's leading the charge. You can tell he is in a hurry to get back to Phandelver.
No, we have not had a long rest since the battle.
Correct.
Right.
And it's probably about like 11 at night, but you can start seeing the glow
Yeah,
of
we
the
gotta be getting
town.
close.
Like you can see the night lights from over the hill. You've seen this exact scene before because you came into Phandelver the first time at night.
Mm-hmm.
And so you crest over the last hilltops and you see the town of Phandelver. So where would you like to go?
I believe we should go to our manor.
Gundren's probably gonna look for Sildar.
Well,
Should we help him
maybe.
find Sildar?
Yes, we should probably tell him where he's. Well, he said he would be at the town hall if we ever need it.
All right. So yeah,
Yeah, I said we talked to Sildar.
So, okay. So yeah, Gundren, when hearing that you think Sildar's at the town hall, and he's super familiar with the town, he's been living here a while, he takes off for the town hall.
I suppose we should
Yep, let's
accompany
follow
him.
him.
Okay. So you get to the town master, and he comes in there, and he's like, "Why is he in jail? What happened here, Sildar?" And Sildar points at you guys, and he's like, "These guys decided to put him in jail."
He's a crook. That's why we put him in jail. Simple.
He was in league with the bandits that were trying to terrorize the town.
The Red Brands?
Yes.
Yep.
And he looks back over at the guy in jail, and he's like, "I knew you were shady." So he catches back up with Sildar and talks about all the things that have happened, and Sildar's happy to see him, and they Gundren's like, "All right, so I think our best plan of attack, Sildar, is to try to get back into this cave and see if we can't save my last brother." And Sildar agrees, and he also mentions the sign outside that says there's a 500 gold bounty for taking care of the orcs that are out that way.
That'll please Andre.
Speaking of gold, can we settle some business, guys?
Who are you talking to?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to Sildar.
Did Sildar have
And
gold
Gundren.
for you?
We rescued Gundren, didn't we?
Yes.
Wasn't that the plan? Rescue Gundren, get paid?
Did you want to get paid?
I don't know.
How much did you think you should get?
How much do I think I should get? I'm pretty sure it was 1,000, wasn't it, guys?
Whoa. It was definitely not 1,000.
I'm pretty sure it was 1,000.
I
It
don't.
was high.
You're high. If you think you're getting 1,000 gold.
No. Pierre is high on some maple syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe we were offering money for the return of Gundren. I think you were just.
You said we would get paid and finish our contract once Gundren came back. That's what you said.
All right, give me a persuasion check.
I'm going to use my inspiration because I want to make money.
All right.
Oh, thank God.
Still don't make any money, but I don't crit fail either.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Good thing you used
So
God. You would be paying him.
with an 8, he thinks about it. He's like, "Well, you guys did save Gundren. That's got to be worth something." And he digs into his pocket and he pulls out a little bag and he hands it to you. And you can tell it's full of coin, but you don't know what's in it without opening it.
He hands it to me?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, he handed
All
it
right.
to you.
All right, thanks. I'll hold on to this for you guys.
You're going to split that with us, aren't you, Andre? Come on. You didn't do it alone.
We can split it up, once we
Why
get
don't
to
you
the end or
open the
something.
bag, let us know what's in there. Why don't we throw it out on the table?
I don't know if that's wise with all
You
these
know.
people in here.
Hey,
Should we
they
just
won't
wait?
attack us.
You know what? Hey, just to show you my good faith, I'll let if I don't hold up my end of the bargain, I'll let Orcs Bane uppercut me to the face.
It still comes down to you telling us what's in there.
I mean, I'm down for just upcutting in the face. Just
Okay.
Open
I
the
take
bag.
the pouch and I put some in my hand first, and then I pour the rest on the table because I wanted to see what kind of coin it was.
So after you pour it on, well, do a sleight of hand check to see how much you pocketed.
Oh, I wasn't trying. No, I'm not trying to pocket it.
Okay, I thought you were trying to hold.
No, I'm trying to see what it is first before I dump the rest of it on the table.
So yeah, when you put your hand in the bag and you open the top just enough so you can see, and you see that it's all silver pieces. And so then you pour it on the table, and with a quick count, it's about 500 silver pieces.
Whoa. Not all that much, but hey.
Nope, not at all. Take your share, boys.
Okay.
So yeah, however you divide up
7. That'd be like 70 silver apiece.
I'll take 70.
490. Yeah, I'll take 70.
So with the extra
Y'all
10
name it
gold.
How much we take? I'll take
10
100.
No. If you split it up 7 ways, it would be.
Oh, that's not how that works.
It's so.
Yeah, we'll give Andre the extra 10.
Oh my gosh, what's going on?
Discord's having a good time.
The 10 gold can go to the town, or 10 silver can go to the town.
All right.
What?
Well, in the town
you,
hall.
Andre? God.
Yeah. What?
What? Everybody's like, what? You giving money away? That's not possible.
Dude, we gotta help them, beef up. This is a long run plan, okay? If this town gets booming, that just means more opportunity for us. All right. So it's a little investment.
I understand. That's not a terrible play, then, I would guess. So also in there, you still see Darren, the older retired knight, and then Gundren and him start talking about how he was elected temporary town master, and he's trying to build more of a guard force. So he takes your 10 silver and says that'll pay for a blade or something. But every bit helps. And
See, he is a politician.
yeah. So now you can put on your resume that you donated to charity in the town
Yes.
of Phandelver. You're one of the founding fathers.
Is that tax deductible?
It may be. There's no taxes here yet, but it's coming.
Okay.
So Gundren saying, I think it would be best if we go at first light if we're going to go right to the cave. The cave's not far from here. We can make it in a, half a day's march. We'll be there at the cave and can try to get in there and save my brother and maybe
Kick some ass.
get rid of this black spider that's causing all kinds of problems.
Hold on, guys.
Sounds like a plan.
I turn to the group, and I'm like, all right, so we have this, but we still promise to help take care of the dragon.
To take care of
That's
what?
a good point. That's a good
That is
point.
something I was going to mention as well, Rakala. We have
Yeah.
given our word to a friendly.
We have.
We gave our word to help take care of the dragon.
The druid that helped us reach you, Gondrin. He is in dire need of our help as well. We have given our word to give him the help that we can.
You can tell he's definitely concerned with knowing his brother's been prisoner for at least a week, if not more. Because about the same time he was captured, the cave was ransacked. But he says, obviously I can't go in there without you guys. So if you have other plans, I will wait.
There's this to be said, though. The dragon is a problem, but it's not attacking him right now. He just can't do certain things around there. And here we have a guy that is actually a captive in a cave. I don't know. If I was going to set up my priorities, I might sit there and say that the captured brother is more critical. That's my 2 cents, but I'll go with what the group chooses.
I'm going regardless.
Pavel, I would say that the dragon could cause quite a bit of damage in the meantime as well.
Yeah, left unchecked, it's gonna be a bigger problem. And it's not just Gundren's brother that'll, be at stake. It'll be, the entire town and anybody else.
Okay.
So what do we decide to do?
So Gundren's there saying, either way, I understand you have a tough choice in front of you. If you decide
you want to come and help us with the dragon, and then we'll go and get your brother.
No, I'm going to stay here and prepare. But I will be here ready for you when you get back.
You don't want to help us kill a dragon?
Have you seen a dragon? I'm not going near a dragon.
I've seen it.
The goblins were doing enough to me. Okay.
But they have gold, man.
I don't need gold that bad. I'll have plenty of gold once we get this forge back up.
All right, gentlemen.
So is it agreed for everyone?
Where's the dragon again?
Go investigate.
Hey,
Yeah.
since we're in town, Pierre, I think this would be a good idea to, make magic happen from the bottle.
I believe that is a good idea. I'm sure our friend would like to be released, and I drop the bottle.
So standing in front of you now is Chuck, popped out on top of the table, dancing around. He's he's so excited to be out of the bottle and not.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, Chuck, we did not take you out in the middle of a fight this time.
Hey, let's go battle. Let's go to the pub. Let's go.
Yeah, but you're gonna like where we're going now.
Well, we have to rest a night first anyway. Let's not worry Chuck with that right.
Okay. We'll just have a nice night of ale and eats.
Hey,
What, you got some dumb idea like this, a dragon or something?
Oh, no, we wouldn't do that.
How do you feel about lizards?
Big ass lizards.
Big ass lizards.
with wings that breathe poison.
So
Right.
we eat and drink in the tavern. And,
absolutely, you go into the inn and you see Tobin there, and
Yep.
he's like, "Hey, my favorite customers, you always pay."
Well, except that one over there,
Which one?
the ugly one.
I see a lot of them here, so I don't know. You gotta be more specific.
Never mind.
Okay.
The real
honest.
ugly one.
Which one's the ugly one?
So I'm not gonna comment too much on that. Because
I took
last
silver.
time I was in your line of sight, I remember waking up in the dirt in the middle of the street. So
Whose line of sight?
you,
What did I do?
well, you dragged me out of here and knocked me out for what I feel was no reason.
What? You remember why?
Yeah, you thought I was a wrongdoer. That's all you kept screaming, wrongdoer. I was just trying to tell you.
Thought you were in on my friend getting killed.
I would never hurt a patron that actually pays their bill.
I mean, I bet that's pretty rare, huh?
There's a lot of them around here that, I'll pay you Tuesday. But that never happens.
What day is Tuesday?
You know, it's after Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So he goes, puts his hands up to give you a high five to show you guys are buddies again.
Oh. Yeah, that's called forgiveness, Orcsbane. He's looking for a high five, Orcsbane.
He high fives
hey.
himself as you're not paying attention.
I didn't know you actually wanted to high five me. I figured if I high fived you, I'd knock your ass out. So
No, you're
I'll
not.
just hold mine here.
Okay.
I'll just hold mine here.
So he taps your hand. He's like, "Okay, we're buddies."
Because if you only got one health, I'll knock your ass out.
I've been working out. I have 4 now.
Oh shit!
So yeah, it'll be 1 gold for the 5 rooms.
I'm going to perform for the evening
Okay.
and take my gold discount.
So Chuck then earns a free room, and I believe Annam also has the same.
Also like to do a little sideshow with him.
Okay, so what are you two gonna? How are you gonna perform?
It's not going to be fire. That didn't go well last time.
I'm just paying the gold. I'm going to bed.
I get a free room to lay on hands.
That's that nature check he got from Readoff.
As you try to,
That is one of those massage houses you do not talk about.
yeah,
Oh.
those are not allowed according to the law. So when you try to put your hands on him, he backs up a little bit. Rustic hospitality.
Trying to find a place to rest.
Unless you
have showed yourself to be a danger.
You're a danger. You're not that hospitable, my friend. You owe a gold. So yeah. So you
That's
guys,
gold?
yeah.
Shit, that looks like
Alright.
We have the man now that we could stay at for free. I figured we were just gonna drinks.
Oh, you should stay here, my friends. We got warm beds.
But can you promise no one's gonna get killed?
Well, I can't. You know I can't promise that.
Can you try?
I mean, I'll shut the front door.
Does it lock?
No.
How do
Why
you?
doesn't it
What?
Well,
Your inn doesn't have doors that lock,
your rooms lock. The front door at the inn doesn't lock.
so people can just come in anytime to steal all the alcohol and food.
No, I'm up all the time.
Yeah,
You
that's
sleep.
not true.
Well, sometimes I'm asleep.
Yeah,
Lord,
so when
sorry.
you're asleep, your food
Yeah,
and alcohol.
24-hour hotel.
You know, like
I would-
the little bell on the door dings when they come in. I wake up. It's fine.
Yeah, no, that's not how that works.
It's exactly how it works.
You should invest in a lock or a
This
door
is why
bar
I
or
need
something.
your patronage so I can afford a lock.
Oh my gosh! Here's 5 copper. 5 copper towards the lock right here.
Perfect. God, you're such a nice what do you call who are the people that do a lot of charity work?
Philanthropist.
There you go. That was the word I
Yep.
was looking for.
Yeah, this is who I am. You know what can I say?
Okay.
I
So
mean, ask Pavel. I'll tell you.
so he takes his collects his money and hands you his 5 keys to the rooms, and you guys rest the night. Is anybody staying up, or are you
I'm gonna stay up as
okay?
much as I can.
I did so good last time. I figure I'll go to sleep.
All right,
I'll stay up with him.
all right. So
Well, we're gonna drink and
Chuck's
be
been in
merry.
a bottle.
Yeah, Chuck's-
Does Chuck
Chuck-
get like advantage or something?
I would say that anybody from a planar realm doesn't need to sleep, so he doesn't even have to roll to stay awake, and he just keeps you awake the whole night, just pounding the drinks. Are you staying up too, Rockhala?
I was taking a shot.
What? No, you don't. This isn't no Dragonborn whiskey.
Oh,
We don't have anything that strong in this realm. So,
Yeah, I'll stay up and party with Andrea a little bit. I'm still performing.
all right. Then
Yeah.
roll
Don't
a
fire off any
Constitution
fireballs.
save to see if you stay awake.
I'm awake.
You're nodding in and out, but Chuck's able to
Still
keep you
trying to
awake.
dance.
Yeah. So, are you going to sleep at all? Or are you three? Or
Yeah, I will have to go to sleep.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I guess.
into the wee hours of the night, you guys are partying, making commotions, drinking round after round. Other patrons in the bar end up going home at some point, and then eventually it's just you guys and Tobin. Tobin's enjoying the company and enjoying the stories you guys have been telling him about the last, 4 or 5 nights of adventuring, and eventually wishes you good luck as he goes to his he's got like a sleeping cot down there behind the bar that you can't quite see from where you're at, but shortly after you start hearing him snore, so he's asleep. And you guys then head up to your bed and rest peacefully, and the whole night goes on without issue. You wake up in the morning and you feel fully rested, and you come back downstairs, I guess, to eat some breakfast. And everybody loves a good breakfast, but
Hey, Woody, you want some oatmeal?
you come downstairs and you don't see Tobin.
Oh no,
Oh, fuck.
Oh, good.
not again.
Damn it.
Yeah, I told him about the lock, man. That 5 copper should have hooked him up.
Give me a perception check if you're down in the front lobby.
I'm looking behind the bar to see if he's in his cot.
Well, Chuck, who's still dancing on the bar, does peer over and sees him in his cot, just passed out. He's still snoring away, and Chuck's like, I found him, guys. This is the reason we don't have breakfast. He drank too much. He tried to hang with me. It just didn't happen.
Great.
Drank him under the cot.
So, for breakfast today, it looks like you guys are eating rations.
Exciting.
So, go ahead and remove 1 ration from your bag.
Okay.
We're just making the bags lighter.
Exactly.
That's right.
Um,
I'm gonna drink the water.
So as you guys are enjoying your meal, give me another perception check from everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are sitting there talking, planning, scheming, and Annam, you hear a very, familiar sound. Being one with the circus and being around animals a lot, you hear what sounds like a herd of horses running towards the inn you're at, and then you hear them all kind of stop, and you hear the neighing and the whinnying outside the front door.
I would like to peek out of the window.
All right.
Well, Adam has to tell us they're coming.
There's horses outside.
Everyone take up defensive positions, because we don't know who these fools is.
So Pierre looks out the window and he sees.
I'm gonna go stand by the door on one side and draw my weapons.
So you're standing there with your weapons drawn, and Pierre leans out and says, "I think you can put those away."
I'm not putting shit away until I see who it is.
He sees 7 riderless horses and one dwarf on a horse.
I think you are a little on edge, friend.
I would like to. I run out to the dwarf to see if he is okay.
Well, when you run
I
out,
think he's bringing his horses.
You see Gundren, and he says, "Hey guys, I found some horses for you guys to ride to get to where you're going a little faster."
Right on.
Normally you need to be closer to level 40 for these, but this is a special event, and you're all gonna get horses to get to your destination.
Now, do we have to pay for the riding training? Oh, yeah.
Yes, and it's 90 gold a person.
Damn.
So
Incoming Pavel.
Save that up.
So yeah, Gundren has acquired horses for you guys to ride to Thunder Tree to get there a little faster. Because he knows
Pavel's got to sell food.
yeah. He knows the faster you get there, the faster he'll be back to help his brother out.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's mount up, boys.
Mount it up.
So you guys get on your horses and you know the trails well. And these are some mighty fine steeds.
Epics.
Yeah, they're pretty much epic mounts at this point.
Nice.
And you guys just take off. I would say the normal 3-day trip is cut down to 1 day.
Cool.
But I'm thinking we will need at least 1 night of camping. So along the trail, you find a decent enough spot near a little stream for you to water the horses and let them rest, and you can set up a camp easily enough. Go ahead and
I'm starting a fire.
yeah, if you would like to you're at a camp and it's nightfall.
Okay.
And it's what?
It's nightfall. It's dark. Like
Oh,
it's
okay.
probably 10 o'clock. So is that for your Constitution save? Are you staying up all night?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not all night. At least
A
part of
first
the night.
shift?
I'll join the
Yeah.
first shift.
Okay.
Should we do 3 and 3? Maybe
Yep.
have better chances.
Wow.
Oh, there we go. We're good.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and do
I
it.
think I stayed up.
because I said I was going to. So
Yeah, so Brock with the natural 20, I would say you somehow catch a second wind and you feel you don't even need to sleep at all.
Oh, cool.
I mean, double natural 20, that's pretty rare.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And I still only got an 18.
Yeah. You're not very constitutious. So yeah, all 3 of you stay up just fine. Perception checks from you 3. Well,
I'll take it.
Andrew being on edge about
Holy
being
mackerel.
out
Yep.
in the wild, has his eyes peeled and trained on everything that's moving. The only sounds or sights you see are natural animals, the curious squirrel, the
Looking for Rock Holla.
yeah, coming back for vengeance. Just normal animals that you would see. You do not feel any threats in the vicinity.
Good.
All right.
That'd be nice for when I
Rise
try
and
to
shine,
actually lay down.
boys. Sun's coming up.
No, it's not.
So
We're first shift, dude.
yeah. Well, Brock
Yeah,
can choose
F10
to stay
said
up.
I stayed up all night.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. He can do a second shift, no problem with that. So if he,
but we will need 2 more to take our place.
yes.
I'm gonna try, but I'm probably gonna fall asleep.
Okay, so yeah, you've been up for almost 2 days now. So I was gonna say you'd have disadvantage, but a 10, you still stay awake with a 10. Give me another Constitution save with disadvantage to see if you are fatigued. Nope. Surprisingly, you are not fatigued with staying up this long. You are used to going long bouts without sleep just because you hate the nightmares that can happen. So
Sure do.
it's you guys get back on your horses the next morning, and you leave around sun up. So you're riding early in the morning. It's nice, cool weather, breezing through your hair if you have hair, and you can see the outline of the tower in the distance of Thunder Tree, and you guys run up. I mean, you know where Redoth's house is, where he's staying, so you guys can pretty much ride up to it if you would like.
All right.
Okay.
Rode up to the house, and I'm
Well,
thinking it's the way.
Hey, Rudolph, you in there?
Wait, do you think we should actually ride all the way into the town, or stop on the outskirts? Because
Why don't we just leave our horses here at his house?
I'm just saying the horses may draw the attention.
Agreed.
Yeah, but they'll still draw attention. If
Oh,
we
yeah, that's right. His house.
outside.
His house is
It's
somewhere
in there.
the town. Yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
Maybe
We
we
had
should
all
tie.
those-
Maybe we should tie the horses up right outside of town and
Yeah,
try to be
I agree.
discreet.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Why are we worried about going into town?
Brock, give
Because-
me an intelligence check, Brock.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's on the side, right?
Yeah.
-1.
-1.
Whew.
An 18. So you know that dragons love to eat horses.
Oh.
That's one of their favorite meals. Very very filling, as well as lots of meat, and so a dragon loves to eat a horse. So maybe that's why you think you shouldn't bring 7 meals into the town.
Okay.
Better
Yeah.
a horse than us.
Or we could use the horses.
We can use them as bait to draw out the dragon.
That
That's
is
little messed up.
that's something we could do.
For a horse.
I don't. But
Do you remember our last trip here when we found that first house was empty? Could we put them like in a stable there, stable them inside the house?
it's not like anyone's gonna be upset if they shit in the house.
No, there was nobody in there. It was abandoned.
I would be very cautious with how close we get with the horses. Dragons are very perceptive, from what I've heard in stories.
Well, then are we going
Yeah,
to
they got a
gallop
good
them up
sense
to
of
the
smell.
house? But then even if we get up to the house, if we go
I
after
don't
the
think we.
dragon,
I'm saying we should leave the horses
Yeah.
outside of the town and walk.
Pierre's right. Pierre's absolutely right.
I think riding the horses all the way up to the house is a bad idea.
Do we see any like brushy type areas, vines? A place that could be well hidden from, open eyesight. Nearby.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, but it's not all about eyesight. Smell.
A
Yes.
6.
yeah, it's all of that.
Yeah, and
You-
the closer you get with a horse, the easier it is for him to smell the horse.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking around and you see a bunch of horse butt. You don't.
Somebody help me. Somebody help me.
You're kind of distracted by the whipping tails. That.
May I attempt that as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If
Yeah,
anybody,
maybe
if anybody's
there's
looking,
a little ravine or something around here.
All right, let's find somewhere to do something with the horses.
Brock with the 21, you find kind of like there is hills and valleys around here. So as you're riding around at what you feel is a safe distance, you kind of see a hill that would line of sight the town, and there's trees on the other side of it going into this valley. So you feel if you tied up down here, it would not see the dragon would not be able to see,
Yeah, this place might work. What do you think?
and it's not
very
too
good
far
job.
from town, or from the Thunder Tree.
Right. Okay. What about something attacks the horses, orcs or something.
That is a possibility, but I believe they would have a better chance with orcs than with a dragon.
And orcs would want to take him, not kill him necessarily.
It's true.
Maybe we should just set them loose.
Depending on how hungry.
Well, if we leave them here, there's a possibility they will be here when we return.
Why are we so worried about the damn horses?
You're not
We
going
got
to
a
tie
dragon.
them up, are you?
They're tools. They are tools.
Yeah.
Okay. They're beasts of burden. Let's go kill dragon.
There.
Cool.
I would appreciate that you do not speak of Bessie that way.
Give me a animal handling check, Andrew.
Oh jeez.
He doesn't know how to handle any.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah,
So
he doesn't.
as you're standing there, like talking about the beast of burden and how they're tools, the horse you were riding bites you because you're flailing your hands around, and he bites your hand, and you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage because this horse can tell you did not.
You wanted him for dragon bait.
Wow.
I didn't want him for dragon bait. That wasn't my idea.
Yeah.
No, that was my idea.
Yeah.
Nature just.
I get bitten for Brock's idea. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Well, you verbalized it while being very animated in front of your horse.
Sorry there, Chucko. That's his name.
Okay.
His name is Chucko.
Called Chucko.
So you tie up these horses and give them some rations and water and walk on over the hill. Hopefully for not the last time you see Chucko and Bessie and the others.
I hope not.
And Silver. Hi-ho, Silver.
So you start walking. You're coming from the south of this town, and you can make out the tower. You don't see anything out of the ordinary, and then you see Redoth's house that was where he was staying, and you.
Are we stealthing?
I don't
I
know.
believe
Are
that
you?
would be a good idea.
Yes.
So if you want to stealth up to Redoth's
Group
house.
stealth.
Yeah,
Yep.
let's sneak up on the druid. And see
All
what's
right.
Wow, Andrew.
We've had double nat 20s, double nat 1s.
I have bad news for you guys.
So Andrew and Pavel are so excited to see Redoth's house. They start
Yes.
running as fast as they can, but the rest of the group reminds them that they're trying to go slowly. So
Yeah. Yeah, we
I'm
kept
going
him in
to-
mind.
I'm gonna trip Andrew.
that's not
But catch
stealthy.
him at the.
That is not very stealthy, but go ahead.
I'm gonna like.
Impossible because I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah, he ran off early.
Yeah, good job. Nice.
I'm faster than he is, so I grab him.
No, you're not.
Let's
Big ass, your
contested
big ass runs fast.
contested athletics check between you guys to see who's faster. So you take off, and Andrew Orcsbane does catch up to you.
And I grab him, and I'm like, stealth,
Yes.
not sprint. Stealth. I heard the wrong word.
And
So-
I'm like, stupid.
Yes, you are stupid.
But you do as a
You
group.
brawl in the middle of the road.
I'm gonna slide up. Everybody should pull over here, and then yep. So here is the house, and you guys go up to the side of the house and look in the window, and you see Redoth in there doing stuff.
What
Draw
sort
a
of
chair.
stuff?
Private stuff.
If you want to,
Stuff that we should not be seeing.
give me a perception check if you're looking through his window.
Not now.
Please, natural one. Please, natural one.
Oh, God.
Oh no!
Orcsbane and Pierre are both like both of your heads are like jammed in the window trying to see what's going on. And his back is to you, and you see his hands just
Oh my god, he's got 2.
And then he steps out of the way, and it appears he's preparing food.
Oh.
I would like to just a tap at the door. Just a tap, tap,
At
tap.
the door, you mean, or at the window?
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
door.
So you guys would have to walk around to the door.
Yeah, you'd have to move up.
And-
to the door.
And before you even tap on the door, he says, "Come in."
Very well.
And so Pavel runs inside the house.
Pavel's anxious.
I'm
Hey,
stuck
what
on
up,
the-
Rudolph?
And he's
Stuck on the side of the house.
he's like, "Guys, thanks so much for coming back. Are you here to help with the dragon problem I have?"
Yep,
Easy
that's why
plan.
we're here.
We brought some horse food.
He looks at you and he's like, looking for like a sack full of horse meat, and he's like, I don't see it.
Oh no, it's out back.
Like live
Down the
horse
hill.
meat? you brought,
Yes.
you didn't bring them in here, did you?
No.
No, we left them
left
tied
up.
left
Bad
them
idea.
out.
That was smart. So okay, well, hopefully they're still there.
All right. I get the message.
So he says he has prepared food for you guys that may help you with your.
That's
Oh,
right. He was
cool,
gonna
yeah.
yes.
He's gonna make us a feast.
So before you is this bountiful spread of Bojangles. He's made all these
Nice.
biscuits, bacon, egg, and cheese, Cajun filet. There's
I don't
Got
eat
either ham.
I don't eat cheese, read off.
Do you have any of the biscuit and gravy?
yes, he's got the biscuits and gravy. He's got bow rounds. He's got French. He's got everything. And then
I would have a large sweet tea with that, please.
so
Sandwiches.
I'll have moons over my hammy, please.
he said Bojangles does not serve that, but we can improvise. And he open faces a ham biscuit and throws gravy on it. Says that's got to be close. So you guys are enjoying this food, and it is a hero's feast.
Yeah.
So you guys, let's see here. I'll just link what you get, and I assume since he prepared the feast, he is going to do the hit point roll.
That would probably be how that works.
Oops, I rolled the wrong things. So he rolled. You guys get 15 extra temporary hit points,
Oh, cool.
and you're immune to poison and being frightened, and you have advantage on wisdom saves.
That should be very useful against a poison-based dragon.
It's almost
Yeah,
like
no kidding.
it's almost like I planned it for you guys.
So how many hit points do we get?
You get
100?
15 temporary
100. Got it.
minus 85.
I like 100 better.
So you guys have finished eating the meal, and Rita says there's two threats in this town. Obviously, there's the dragon.
Me?
He looks at you and he says, "I saw what the squirrel did to you. You are no threat, my friend." He puts his hand
We're
on your
immune to poison and what else?
being frightened.
Oh, being frightened.
He said there's two threats. There's the dragon, and there's the cultists that worship the dragon.
Oh,
Are the cultists in the same place as the dragon, or are they?
They respect
Somewhere
his
else.
boundaries, so they're not right next to the dragon, but they are in this town.
Would they, do you think, jump to this dragon's aid if we attacked the dragon?
He thinks about it for a minute, and he's like, "I've never seen anybody fight the dragon, so I don't know."
What do you think? Do you think we should try to eliminate the cultists first and then?
yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
I think so.
I think that would be wise. If
But it can't take more than a day because his fees don't last for a day.
Oh, those points will be gone quick.
I mean, it's not a
But-
big town, my friends. I could probably
But-
throw a rock from here.
Anyone can throw a rock from here.
To where the cultists
And
are.
hit- yeah.
Oh, so then the next house?
Oh, well, I
Well-
wouldn't put my house right next to the cultists. But,
Are you sure?
well, no.
Can you give us directions to which is the house?
If you just go east, you'll find them.
What? Okay. Is it the big black square or is it a little black square?
Don't know.
Lord.
We have to explore.
All right, fuck it.
I mean,
I'm gonna stealthily go up to here. No, fuck that. I'm gonna stealthily go over here.
yeah,
Wait a minute, wait.
really. I think that was unwise. But it
I
looks like
believe he
there's a
did tell
door in
us-
the back over
He did
here.
tell us that the dragon was in the central tower, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yes.
The northern tower.
We don't want the
Ah,
dragon.
Yeah,
okay.
he said go
So,
east.
up
The
there?
So,
dragon's here.
Oh, okay.
Let's check out these houses over here to us.
yeah, let's just go east to that first one.
All right.
And perhaps I should be the one
Oh my
Yes.
God.
stealthing.
No, perhaps about it.
All right. I'm gonna.
You're the man that
But
goes
he
first.
already went, so fuck it.
So,
I
uh,
should have waited.
so you run up to this house.
I should have waited.
You look in through the doors, and this ruin looks like it might have once been a farmhouse of some sort. It's now
Could have left the horses here.
half swallowed by a dense thicket with trees growing up through the foundation. The lane continues south a short distance past the room before ending in an overgrown field. So when you poke your head in, you don't see much.
All right. So they're not here.
Okay, I will attempt to stealth over to the next house.
All
I'll
right.
stay right here.
This one right here.
All right. So there are some cracks in the wall that it's possible to perceive through as well, or there's the door on the south that you can.
I will go to the cracks.
Okay. So yeah, if you give me a stealth check up to the, I guess you're gonna go up to the door. So a 10.
Wow, you're stealthy.
I'm trying to peer through a crack here.
Yeah, that you would need to stealth as well then.
Yeah.
If you are going up there too.
Yep, I'm stealthing.
There you go. So yeah, it appears Orcsbane's tangled in some vines. He's hacking them away with his sword, trying to get out. The rest of you stealth up pretty good to the building. Go ahead and perception check if you're trying to look through the crack.
Oh yeah.
So when you stick your head in, or when you don't stick your head in, you're peering through.
Through the crack, yeah.
The room is fairly empty. Looks very similarly overgrown. Dirt floors, but you notice there's a whole lot of webbing in this room. And
Yeah, it looks like no one's been in here for a while.
Yeah, but there were large spiders.
and so with a 15 perception, Brock, you're looking really hard in the spiders or in the webbing, and you're following them up to the rooftop, and you do see a giant spider in the corner, like in the building, in the upper corner of that room.
Does it see him?
Hey guys, I see a spider in there, a big spider.
Let's see if it sees
It doesn't
you.
sound like cultists. We're gonna
That's a big ass.
worry about it, or
I
Who
don't.
killed the spiders before? Did we figure that out? You were looking at that, Pavel, up there. Remember that?
Yeah, I'm not.
If I
Yeah.
recall, I think that Rudolph told us it was the dragon that killed them.
Oh, okay.
This spider does not seem to react to your presence.
I would like to stealth over here if I can.
All right, give me a stealth check. A 10.
Motherfucker.
As you step over
I'd better
there,
come over there and help him out.
hold on, no one move.
No one move.
You're walking by, and these three branches
those
latch out.
guys. Yeah.
And let's see if they attack, or let's see if they hit their attacks.
What are those?
These are those
Remember those stick guys? Those nature guys?
the little plants.
Yeah.
So 2 of them hit you, and they latch in with their thorns, and you take 6 points of damage total, piercing.
Whoa.
From these twig blights.
They weren't tough guys. We could kill them pretty easy, but still.
So now that they have surprised you, go ahead and roll initiative.
Pavel always likes to trail.
My dice have sucked so bad to.
Oh. I forgot to do my...
Damn it.
Shit.
Yeah, they get the first hit, it looks like, on everybody.
Well, Chuck goes first.
All right, Chuck.
All right, send out that vicious mockery.
Yeah, tell them that they're a bunch of little stick fucks.
I think a stick. You shoot a hand crossbow. So you launch the hand crossbow into the wooded bushes.
Yep, and I aim for the middle one because I miss and I hit the other ones.
Actually, a 12 doesn't hit anything but other bushes, but they're actually real bushes. So you.
I nailed that bush. Can I put damage on the bush?
So as your bolt strikes this bush, like a branch falls off to the ground, and you cheer thinking you killed something, but it was actually just a branch. But that branch does give you 1 experience point. So
there we go. Got an experience, and I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration. Oh, wait, are they going next? Yeah, they're going next. I'll give you a bardic inspiration, Pierre. For
You're not supposed to know the turn order, Ted.
it's right here. Anyway, yeah, there you go. Inspiration done.
all right, so you are bardically inspired.
I'm playing my bagpipes.
Loudly?
No,
Okay.
no, always play
Like-
the bagpipes quietly.
Well, I need to see a performance check to see if you can perform them quietly.
Oh my gosh.
You'll get advantage.
Oh,
You get advantage. I mean, you're a bard.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you're.
I was lucky.
So it's loud enough to inspire, but not as far as you know, draw more attention.
Yep. All right.
So from the shadows comes another twig blight, and he tries to latch on to Pierre as well.
Yeah.
An 18 to hit.
that would hit.
4 more points of piercing damage, so now you have 3 of these essentially rose bushes just tangled into you, claws sunk in.
Whoa.
Temporary hit points are coming in useful.
Yeah.
This other twig blight that's already on you is going to try to constrict, but it misses somehow. Being on you, it can't hit you anymore. Annam, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. So my old friends, the trees are back. I'm gonna run up here.
Yes.
Spend a sorcery point, quicken a firebolt, and we go for the one closest to me first.
Okay. 18 hits. 9 points of damage. This bush erupts into flames and
Cool.
gets snuffed out.
And then the next one in line is going to get the same fate.
All right, 23.
Oh yeah. Pound him again.
Another
yeah.
9. So
All right.
Pierre's starting to get a little bit more swinging room from these bushes being knocked off. Andrew? If you're talking, you're muted.
It's square.
Say that again?
What's that?
5 feet.
It's 5 feet or 10 feet.
These are 10-foot squares.
Right next to Annam. All right.
Next to Anna.
I'm gonna move right next to Annam and fire a crossbow.
Okay.
Gosh. So every time I hit right click in Opera, it goes back a screen, and I can't find the setting to.
That sounds
shut that
terrible.
It doesn't do it in my other. Is it? What's the word I'm looking for?
Browser.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you shot Pierre.
Go ahead and do damage.
Oops. Oh my
Pierre
God.
Pierre catches a crossbow bolt in the back of the thigh.
Whoops a daisy. Whoops a daisy.
The sting.
Oh, and then
You
Andre
feel the
goes, whoops a daisy.
You feel the sting of what you thought was thorns, and you look down, and blood's trickling down your leg as this crossbow bolt is buried to the feathers.
It came from that direction, Pierre. It came from that direction.
As you turn around, you see Andrew slowly putting his crossbow on his back, trying to give me a sleight of hand check, Andrew.
I was trying to stop it.
You were not smooth with this retreat, and Pierre gives you a steely gaze of anger.
Because I'm standing
didn't do it
beside
on
him and
purpose.
pointing.
There was that guy. So, all right. Does that do your turn, or you want to kill another teammate?
Can't do another action, can I?
Well, with those kind of attacks, we better not. Brock, it is your turn.
Those temporary
I'm
hit points
done.
were very great.
Move here. I'm gonna longbow this guy.
Oh,
All right.
fuck. I'm sorry, Annam.
Get down, Adam. Get down.
Duck.
A 16 hits.
man.
4
And
points
with
of
the
damage.
hunter's mark,
Okay.
and that's a 1d6, right? Yeah. These.
So 8 points of damage as you fire off your crossbow or your longbow. It hits the center of mass on this twig blight, and these twigs go scattering across the field, kind of like you threw a pile of Lincoln logs.
See, Andrew, that's how you do it.
Rockhala, it is your turn.
All right. So we got a lot of commotion going on over here. I'm gonna just come up here so that in case something else attacks him, I can try to protect. Did you hear me?
Yep.
Is this thing on?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you moved
That's
up there. Okay.
I dashed. Up
Gotcha. Okay. Pavel.
Got one left there, right?
Yes, this one's currently in front of Pierre, and is slashing at him, and has.
Yeah, I am debating. I have myself since I was up a level. I learned a new cantrip, but I'm afraid to use it right now. I don't want to pull an Andre.
Pierre appreciates that.
I don't have a good shot, so I'm going to hold up right now and just cock my cantrip.
So you're going to attack.
Hold an action.
Attack with your
I'm holding an
cantrip
action.
if you see something other than that twig
Yes.
blight.
Right.
Okay.
But I'm new at this one, so
Pierre, it is your turn.
So everybody duck.
that's right.
I would like to attempt to stab the thing. Yeah.
Okay. A 17. Yeah, you skewer right through this pile of sticks and it disappears. And that will remove you from combat at the moment.
So the spider still hasn't heard.
The spider, well, go ahead and give me a perception there, Annam. Because you can kind of see him where you are.
Peeking through the crack.
Right. You see the cracks in the wall and say, boy, we need to get some putty out here and fix these things.
Okay, I would like to, while I'm standing there, lean around the corner, fire an arrow at the spider, and then duck back.
All right. So go ahead and make your attack. Uh-oh.
And I have siege because I was unseen.
How do you know you're unseen?
Well, I was behind the walls.
But you weren't when you poked your head out.
Okay, well,
I mean, the spider knew you were there. Like,
okay.
the spider was paying attention to this whole... I mean, there was a whole big fight out front of his house.
Andrew didn't work him enough. He wants to work himself.
So, what happens when I shoot my bow?
When you try to lean in to shoot the bow, you accidentally shoot your bow. and your bow is now in the room tangled up in the webs below the spider.
Nice shot, Pierre.
So you got this sweet little bow here.
I will,
Wow.
Did the spider take 1 damage for the bow hitting him?
No, the spider's above it, like in the corner.
Oh.
So it's just tangled in the webbing below.
Okay.
The spider is not attacking, but it does see all your movements.
Do we need to attack the spider?
I need my bow.
What are we doing?
My oversight there. I'm sorry, Pierre.
So we originally weren't going to have to, and now we do have to fight.
Okay. Yeah.
Why do we have to fight the spider now?
Because his bow's in
To
there.
get
We gotta
Pierre's
go get
bow.
Pierre's bow.
What? How did it get in there?
He rolled a 1.
At the spider.
He shot his bow
Oh.
instead of his
Hey,
arrow.
I can relate to that.
Instead of shooting the spider, he threw his bow at it.
Nice. Pierre, you okay?
It's because
I think
he
it's-
was wounded in the thigh.
Yeah, he was thinking too much about his leg.
You shoot the arrow. You don't throw the bow at it. That's not how that works.
You would think an experienced assassin would know how to use a bow,
Hey.
but
That's coming from the guy that threatened an innocent person.
Who threatens innocent person?
This is the new side quest for us.
yeah.
Retrieve Pierre's bow.
Retrieve Pierre's bow.
Oh my god.
So
Okay, Chuck, it's up to you to get that bow back.
Hey,
I'm
Pierre,
gonna go up there and play
Go
my
check.
bagpipes and cast animal friendship.
All right. I think these are beasts. It's a large beast.
Big spider.
Choose a beast that you can see. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is higher than a 4, it is not. So it has to succeed a wisdom saving throw. And what's your DC?
13.
So you go in there and you start. Do you walk in, or are you like just standing in front of the doorway? Or you?
I'm at the doorway. I'm not going in there.
Okay. So you're standing there. You play your little bagpipes, and it just looks at you.
What do we do?
So I motion for the spider to give me the bow.
The spider does not move.
I see. Anem, don't you have a pick up things from a distance?
Yep, you know what I do.
And don't you have fire that can burn those webs?
I'm gonna use my mage hand to try to retrieve the
Fucking
bow.
A.
All right.
You can always tell, Rakala, your idea is bad when you get ignored by a party member. Okay? So just let it be a lesson to you. All right?
It was considered.
But not acknowledged. It was considered but not acknowledged verbally.
Are you standing in front of the door, Chuck?
I'm now to the side of it, I guess, since
We're
So, oops, I popped out Roll20 chat. I didn't want to do that.
I'm gonna go over
So
here
you
and
cast
set
Mage
something.
Hand from. You're kind of behind the wall.
yeah. Well, I'll be wherever I need to be to see the bow, and I
Okay.
can.
Yeah, so you can see the bow from there. So you send in your Mage Hand, and it's this little floaty hand, and it grabs onto the bow that is tangled in webs. The spider looks down at it because it's now trying to pull this bow free, but it can't seem to pull the bow free of the webs.
So much for trying to not upset.
All right, so I see all this. I'm like, this is taking too long. We got shit to do. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna grab the bow.
So
Grabbing the bow.
when you run in to grab the bow and disturb the web, the spider attacks you.
Hey, you know what? It was bound to happen.
Yeah, I guess it was.
So it attacks you for 9 points of piercing damage as it sinks its fangs in.
Did it even hit me?
A 21.
Maybe.
So, but as
9
it
points.
as it puts its poison coursing through your veins, you don't feel the effects of the poison.
Cool.
So 9 points of piercing.
Yep.
Oh boy, I only got 6 temporary hit points left.
And that'll put us in combat. So, do
Yeah,
you
it will.
want to keep your turn orders or do you want to reroll?
No,
Yeah.
no,
I want to do it.
All right, the turn order's clear. Go ahead and roll.
I kept the same thing.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, Brock, you want to roll again? You should have kept the 12 or whatever you had.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know why Pierre wants to go. He ain't got a damn bow to attack with.
He can still stab it. All right,
Yeah,
Rock
from
Hollow.
out there.
You're
All right,
first,
so-
and you have a bow in your hand, and you're trying to pull it. I assume you said you grabbed it.
I grabbed it,
Yep.
and since I got attacked, would I have let go?
Do you want to let go?
Well, I gotta kill this damn spider.
Yeah,
All right.
kill him.
Well, I need a strength check to see if you can get out of the webs that you've walked into.
Okay. Just straight strength.
Yep. A 15 is strong enough to break
bad.
these webs. So you get your hands free from the bow. The bow's still tangled in webs, but your hands are free.
All right, so I draw my sword and shield, and I'm gonna stab up at the spider.
All right. Give me an
See what
attack.
Hit him in the underbelly.
A 12 does not hit.
Motherfucking spider.
So as you try to slash at a leg, it quickly moves and gets out of the way.
I'm gonna sidestep over here. Do I need to do another strength check to do that?
You could move that far. Moving through the webs is difficult terrain, So that one step, that's normally 10 feet, actually took 20 feet of movement.
No, that would have been 5 feet.
No, these are 10-foot squares.
Oh, okay.
So you won't have any more movement.
Right. But I'm out of the way, so maybe I won't take a
Arrow to the back?
arrow. Yeah.
It's possible. All right,
Right
Chuck.
now, I've got full cover.
More worried about damage from.
Have you seen Andrew shoot?
I'm an excellent shooter.
I'm not worried about Andrew as much as I am Brock.
So I'll peer around the door and I say, "Oh, look! It looks like you only have 6 legs."
The spider, which can't talk, looks around and starts counting. And it does. Its head twinges a little bit from the damage, but you think it counted to 8.
And that's it.
All right, Annam.
Yeah, this seems to be the only option.
So you shoot a firebolt in there. A 14 does hit.
Okay, good.
9 points of damage. This spider fearing fire does gets hit, and it burns a lot of the webbing in the corner away, but it's still alive.
Slide back away the door.
All right, Pierre.
And Pierre, you are inspired. Remember?
I do remember. Okay, so I have 1, 3 movement, and then I use my bonus action to dash, come right here, and I will throw a dagger at the Phandelver.
Okay, make an attack with your dagger. A 23 hits.
Whoa.
And does sneak attack damage. Go ahead and tell me how you want to do this.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
wow.
very frustrated with myself with the launching my bow instead of arrow. I come across it, I'm like, fuck, this is over. And I take a dagger and just throw it directly right in between its multitude of eyes.
So yeah, as this dagger sinks in, its legs shrivel up and it kind of falls to the ground.
And then I go get my fucking bow.
I need to see a strength check to see if you can free it from the webbing that it's in.
Oh, this is always going to go well for me.
You are now tangled in the same webs that your bow is.
Oh my god.
I would like to try to hack away at the webs with my sword.
All right.
I just grab Pierre and throw him out of the web, and then grab his bow and throw his bow at his head.
Well, he wants to try to hack first, so I need an attack with disadvantage because you are tangled. So yeah, 21.
Whoa.
So yeah, you cut yourself free of the webs with some quick and the bow is now laying on the floor.
I pick up the bow, clean it off a little bit, and
So yeah, your bow is a little web covered.
I mumble something to myself in French that you do not understand.
So the bow is free on your back, and the room appears to be clear.
Is there a door or something right here?
No, that's a solid wall.
So, shall we continue?
We should have left this room.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to pull his dagger out. Ask him, do you like to throw all weapons in rooms?
All right. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. The dagger would come out of the spider and it floats on over.
And then, my friend, I am very proficient in throwing weapons, so you should remember.
So give me a
Is this a window right here?
I'll say yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to look in through this window.
All right. Give me a perception check.
So there was a wall in there between the two halves?
That
There-
is correct.
There is. So you look through the window, and all you see is this giant tree that's grown up into the room.
Whoa.
Can't see the rest of the room.
Not with the tree in the way.
Anyone else want to...
There is a
I would
door right above Annam.
on the opposite side, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, just right in front of him.
Right
Like,
here.
Oh.
literally, he's standing next to a wooden door.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's push that bitch open.
And then, Rock Hollow, while you step there, give me a perception check.
Oh boy, I like perception checks.
We're out of battle, right?
Yes.
Ooh.
I don't see shit.
You're busy looking at the door with Annam.
You see Adam's back.
Yeah.
I'll try to jiggle the door open.
All right. So, are you going to open it stealthily or?
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and stealth. Yeah. So you
All right.
you slide the door open and
Learned much from my friend Pierre.
the rest of the room appears to be empty. As
Whoa.
you slide the door open, you do see similar webbing from the previous room, also in this room. So you think maybe this spider created a lot of webs for this.
Is this a window right here?
Yes.
I would like to try to stealth ahead and try to peer in that window.
All right, give me another stealth check.
Come on, I have to get at least one good stealth.
An
Thank you.
18. So yeah, you slide up smooth to the window and you look in. Perception check. A 13. I mean, I'd say that's good enough to actually look through a window. I mean, it's not that hard. When you look through the window, you see two of those similar ash zombies that you fought up top.
Do the doors here look secure or are they jagged?
They appear shut, from what you can tell.
I will say, there are two zombies inside of this one.
They are not cultists. I think we should leave.
I agree.
Works with me.
Yep.
Are you running around the building, Brock?
Yeah, I was going to go look in that other window, but
If you're going through there, I would say you would need to do a group stealth check.
Is there any way to bar the door? Does it look like it open in or out?
They would open in. So
I prop a chair against it so it can't open out.
you pull out this makeshift chair out of your pocket, the pocket dimension.
Yeah, I don't.
out of his bottle, I think.
I need one more stealth. Who didn't roll?
Oh,
Oh, Pavel.
Oh.
roll.
Pavel
Two more.
didn't-
Pavel and Chuck.
Pavel didn't do his stealth. Pavel was too interested in looking around. Come on, Pavel, help for a change. No. Pavel's still stumbling around.
You guys, as you're walking between the two houses, you're not being the quietest, and the zombies start to shuffle around and moan. They move towards your direction, but they don't seem to do much more than that.
Good thing we blocked the door with a pocket.
Okay, so I will go ahead and stealth here.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Fuck.
We're doing another group.
But he
No,
was moving up by himself. So you are trying to stealth into up there, but you accidentally fall into the room, which apparently is in the darkness.
Oh. Where did Pierre go?
I do have a stealth check. Okay. And that's
Where
subject of
did
dark
Pierre
vision.
go?
So when you land, you're laying on the ground saying, Pierre, the shit Pierre session. This ruined shop is cluttered with sagging storage shelves and broken furniture. Shards of glass and pieces of pottery glint in the weeds and rubble next to the rotted books and casks. You do not see any enemies.
But
Hey, we
nothing
should
of that
probably-
value as well. Is that
We should
correct?
probably go around.
If you wanna like
tree.
search this old shop, give me a either a perception or investigation check.
They are the same for me, so.
So yeah, you're going through the clutter and most of it seems pretty rotted. Nothing of value that you can see.
Okay. Well, then I will go on to the next building, I suppose. I
I'm
will
gonna.
try-
I'm gonna
okay.
stealth down to here.
All right,
I'll-
stealth
I've-
check, Brock.
I'm gonna go over here with Brock.
Oops.
Give me a stealth check as to Brock and Rock.
Rock and roll.
Boy, stealth is strong today. We are stealthy.
You
as
guys
hell.
are not too stealthed.
There it goes again. Oh my gosh, right click.
Don't right click. Just don't do it. You guys are kind of fumbling over each other trying to get to what you think may be a important destination, but you don't notice anything.
Okay, I will attempt to stealth closer to.
All right, stealth check.
23.
That's pretty good. Wait, did you roll? There it is.
Yes.
It was delayed. So yeah, you stealth up to this room.
Is the door closed or?
It's more of a ruined building, so when you walk up, there's no door or anything.
Okay.
Appears to be just an empty building with natural growth in it. Floors pretty much rotted away, and there's no roof.
I would tell the group that this is maybe a good place to hide while I stealth to the next building, in case something happens.
Are you sure you can stealth?
With everybody running with him.
So yeah, if you guys are all trying to get into that room, give me a group stealth check. Oh, lots of good stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, the whole group easily can get into this room, and
Pavel.
you feel
Pavel is learning.
fairly secure in this shambly house.
Okay, I will go ahead and stealth to this.
All right, stealth check. 22. That should be good enough. You slide up to the door.
I would attempt to perceive.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check. 18. So as you get up to the door and you put your ear on it, you hear chanting of some sort.
Ooh.
Must be spiders again.
You hear like, yeah.
No,
this-
Anam and Chuck can see me from. Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to stand
Yeah.
so I could
Okay.
watch.
I wave to them, and I point to my ear, and I point to the door.
You're gonna listen for the door.
The door's talking.
Door. What's it saying? What's it saying?
So, I guess. All right, then I'll be very quiet and ready and attack and move up a little bit.
Should we? And I look to Pierre and I point south to two of us.
I nod.
Okay. Andrew, you come with me.
You got it.
I guess we should try to sneak around here to see if we see anything.
I'm going with Anam.
All right. Anam and Andrew and Pavel do a stealth check.
That's a good one.
Come on.
Ah!
I start.
It was a
stepping
group.
on-
It was a group check.
Yeah.
So the
Got your
three
rope
of
caught on a
you,
bush.
Ah,
two
you're
pass.
lucky.
Yeah.
thank
So
you, my friends.
you
Thank
go
you,
to-
my friends.
you go to Trip, and Annam, being the acrobatic specialist, has caught many of people trying to jump towards him.
I say thank you, Adam.
So
Thank
he
you.
gathers your feet up.
I am trying to learn, but I'm a slow learner.
Your robes are maybe a bit
I'm
too
old.
long.
He's old.
It's only slow when it's things you suck at. Just saying.
His bones crack when he's.
I would like to see if the doors that I am at is locked.
Okay, so give me, I guess, a sleight of hand check. 11.
Andre, go up to the door.
So as you reach for the knob to try to turn it to see if
I was more seeing if there was a locking mechanism first, not really reaching for the door.
oh, so yeah, if you're just looking, go ahead and do a perception check.
Adam, you can move up to the door too.
You see a doorknob.
Then I can follow.
Well, in that case, I would like to try to stealthily open the door.
All right, stealth check.
Fucking
Oh my god.
Inspiration.
Oh, well, that doesn't help with the number.
Yeah, we have to use the inspiration first.
I have yeah, that's
He throws his bow at it.
Bardic inspiration is different.
Yeah, you can use. I mean, it's only going to keep you
Oh.
from getting a 1, right? That's all.
Oh, I see.
That's true. Well,
I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, either way. I mean, if you know.
Yeah.
Bardic can be used afterwards.
So when you go to try to reach the door open, the person inside opens the door and says, "Welcome, brothers.
Oh,
I see you found my flyers."
What?
We're joining the cult.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're looking
yes.
for.
Yes, we have been wanting to join.
yes.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Welcome. Yes, come inside. We were just now worshiping our dragon. We were going to go visit it a little later.
That is incredible.
I see you
What
found
the-
our flyers that were all around, letting people know that we're here.
yeah.
Yeah,
Come in.
yeah. We figured
That's
we wanted to
exactly
get
what
in
I
trouble.
wanted to do.
Yeah.
As I
So-
cover up the symbol of Bahamut. That's exactly what I wanted to do.
So at the same time, this bottom
Whoa.
room, he opens the door and says, "Welcome. Come on inside."
Okay. So
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make my eyes turn strange black, and I'm gonna speak kind of in a low tone and say, "Thank you, brother."
Yeah,
Used.
yeah, great. Welcome. So they
Step in.
they open
They
the door
don't
and
see us on the other
I
side, do
cannot
they?
open the door. I cannot go in.
hold on.
I cannot go through the
He
door.
he opened it for you, but the GM did not open it for you. Hold on.
I can't get in your meeting.
All
So
right.
are all these people down to the south, are they looking up towards this guy, or are they all paying attention to this door down?
I thought us three were hit.
Is this door open?
The middle door is because one of the cultists just went through it.
So,
So,
they can see us.
The guy right above you is sitting there like flipping through a book. It looks like it has some draconic writing in it that he's studying. And when you go into this room, you see 3 of the cultists are chanting, and the guy in the corner, bottom left corner, seems to be like leading the group. And
Before we do anything else, I'm gonna look at Pierre. I'm gonna look at Chuck. I'm gonna step up here. I'm gonna say, block the view of the door.
That is a good idea.
And then once they have the view blocked, I'm taking the top guy out.
What?
Did you say that? I mean, you're standing 5 feet away from.
No, I
Yeah.
told y'all. I whispered. I was like, go through the door.
all right, give me a what would it be? A sleight of mouth check. So I guess we'll use sleight of hand to see if you whispered quietly.
Performance. Oh.
They heard
would that
you.
be a performance check?
Okay, performance.
I don't know if it's gonna help, but
And the bottom door is unlocked.
Yeah, Anim's already inside.
Yeah.
oh,
I
So-
immediately just stabbed my rapier.
Well, so yeah, when you said that, the guy looks up from his book and was like, "What'd you say?" And then as soon as you said that, he gets stabbed in the throat. Go ahead and make an attack, Pierre. Oh, you did. A 17?
I'm gonna attack with him.
Hold
This
on,
guy's gotta
hold
go down
on.
quick.
You can't be running around. You weren't there because you were down the hall talking.
5 feet away. I was within range.
You were down the hall. You were way over here.
No,
You were way...
What?
Stop. So
Whatever.
a 17 does hit.
probably right.
So as you stab him in his, throat, he makes like one last gurgly noise as the blood starts to seep out of his mouth, and he drops the book.
I'm gonna come over here and turn him sideways so it doesn't get too much blood on the clothes.
What?
I didn't quite get that.
We might be putting the clothes on.
Oh,
Oh, so you're like bending him over so the blood's pouring
So
on the
the
ground?
blood-
we don't need to disguise ourselves. They know we're here.
Yeah.
But-
Let's see if this guy heard the commotion.
This might help us to get to the
I
dragon
was trying to do
easier.
this stealthily. I don't know if
Yeah.
I can do your stealth check.
Yeah, for the dragon,
I
it
want
might
to
be better. But
stealthily.
I guess, yeah, if you wanted to stealthily... Yeah, let's give...
Assassinate. the
Yeah.
motherfucker.
So,
Oh, look at that roll.
yeah, you do stab him through the throat. He does not get anything out other than what'd you say? And the chanting down below seemed to have covered up any noise that this person did make. And with Chuck standing there in the doorway, bebopping
With the
along.
bagpipe.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't see up there what happened.
yeah, Chuck's dancing around saying, "When do I get my costume?"
Right.
So these guys are kind of moving around in some sort of
I'm asking questions to one of them about the flyers. What do they? What
Yeah, is there an entry fee?
there is no entry fee. We only ask that you make sacrifices to the dragon like the rest of us have. And he shows you like he has a missing hand on one of his hands that appears that it was severed pretty rawly. And
Oh,
And I look at him, I say, "We'll be happy to sacrifice your other one."
and he's like, no, I've given my sacrifice. It's for the
Oh,
newcomers to give their
Well, let's learn the
sacrifice.
chant instead. Let's learn the chant.
All right, sing with me. And he starts chanting along, and you guys,
Yeah.
Are they humans? Are they?
can
Can we tell what they are?
give me like a history check.
I would be curious too if that's possible. I'm curious on their
Ah,
magic level too.
Nothing.
I want to go with Pierre.
is the door open that Chuck's standing by?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's open so you can see through it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to bum rush the boss.
And are we locked out at the bottom? I'm just curious. Or
No, no,
You
you
should
No,
be
the
able to
door
go
was
in.
open.
You would
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have
we
to go
can
through
go
the
in. I
door,
just
though.
haven't been too anxious to go in.
Annam,
Not
yeah,
valid.
if
Pierre.
you could slide past Annam without a problem.
Actually, since Rakala and I are in the other room, I want to very quietly whisper. I'm going to go around the back and attack that guy from that window. I can probably kill him with a shot.
You want me to wait in case you miss and I'll bum rush his ass?
Yes. If I miss,
I'm
or
gonna go
anything
up
goes-
here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Pierre,
go
go ahead
in
and do
the
that.
room, and I'm gonna
I'm
start
getting ready
dancing.
to take out the guy just below.
I'm gonna go up
me.
here and start dancing with the chant, and then if you miss, I'm bum rushing that fool.
Okay, so I am going to try to slink out since my view is much blocked anyway. We established. I'm going to try to slink out and come to here.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
I'm not stealthing. I'm come over here dancing. I'm just like dancing with the chant.
All right. So stealth check, Pierre. Yeah, 21. You get around to that window. No issues.
They're distracted by the big orc dancing.
As Rockhalla's in there dancing, the leader guy comes up to him and says, "Welcome, brother."
Welcome. Show me how this dance goes.
And he starts moving his hands like this and doing things.
Okay, Woody, I'm about ready to take out
And-
this guy right
Is the
here.
window like a closed glass window, or is it ruinous like the rest of the place?
It had glass in it at one point, but it is wide open.
Okay.
So
I'm
you
going
have
to-
sight on it? Well, I can't ask you that question.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot an arrow back up. This guy.
Before your arrow went out, as he was showing Orcsbane the dance, he said, "Now it's time for the sacrifice." And he attacks Rockhalla.
What?
Whoa.
Shield up.
So as you see him doing his moves, and he grabs the blade of his scimitar and he goes for a jab at you.
And I see that, and I bring the shield up.
So your shield deflects the scimitar attack, and he says, "Time to kill the non-believers." And
Well, what am I supposed to do? You're trying to stab me.
combat has started.
So I don't get my shot off.
No.
But he's doing a sneak attack.
Yeah, but
Stealthily.
all of this was happening at the same time, and it can't quite all happen at the
Okay,
same
roll
time.
better this time, Mally.
I thought
Oh wait,
that was a good
I
distraction.
didn't
He's
clear.
not cleared it yet.
Hold
Okay,
on.
thank God.
I thought it was a good distraction to go in there and start
Oh,
dancing,
shit.
get myself closer for
All
the
right.
bum rush.
Go ahead and roll
I
now.
pictured that like a spy versus spy comic. And Pierre like reaching in with his bow and lets go right as he moves.
Well, better than a 4.
All
I'm
right.
not good at it.
Is everybody on the turn order?
I believe so.
All right. Rockhaw,
Oh,
this
I
guy
didn't-
just tried to stab you, and it is your turn.
I have to follow the bagpipes.
What the hell did this mean? You just tried to stab me. What the? Okay, that
You
Yeah,
were going
messed
to
up.
be our sacrifice to the dragon.
like all of me.
Well, have you seen your face?
Oh, we have. We
We
understand.
talked to Tobin.
So I bonus action divine favor, and I say, "Well, have you seen your face?" And I slash him across the fucking face.
Too bad you didn't have
What?
advantage.
I had advantage. I know it.
But a 12, these guys are not very heavily armored. So a 12 does hit.
Good.
So 11 plus your radiant damage, a 13. So as you attack out and hit him in his head, the blade sinks into his skull, and he says, sacrifices will be made. And he dies.
Cool.
Wow. I at least wanted the dragon's name before you died.
Um,
One of y'all's tell me the dragon's name.
do you want to move?
One. There's not really too many places I can.
There's not.
All right.
But
And you'll get an attack opportunity if you move at all. So
can I bonus action intimidation check?
You
One of
already
y'all's
bonus
talking.
acted.
God dang it! Fine. Go.
All right. Andrew, it is your turn.
I'm gonna cast Fighting Spirit. Give me my 5 temp hit points, and I am
went
attacking the
close,
one
yeah.
in front of Annam.
All right.
Fighting Spirit gives me advantage in melee attacks.
All right. A 9.
cool.
does not
Gosh.
hit. A 24 does hit.
Jeez.
So 5 points of piercing damage.
And that ends my turn.
You run your sword into him, and he's saying, "Ah, yes, I will be a worthy sacrifice." He's still alive, but he's excited that you stabbed him.
Oh my gosh, delusion. Pollution.
So the cultist that your sword is still buried into starts walking towards you to let it go a little deeper.
Okay,
And-
that's
Oh, gee.
And
starting to think
he
this is bad.
attacks you. He hits with a natural 20.
Oh God.
He does 10 points of slashing damage with his scimitar
okay.
and says, "God, our sacrifices together are going to be magical."
That's just that's wrong, man.
That's just disturbing.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
So, with the your sword still in him, he gets as close as he can to you, and he's like embracing you as you're both now bleeding. Pretty good.
Ask him what the dragon's name is.
I don't think
It
I
does-
can.
And does killing them give the dragon power?
This other guy, seeing his leader attacked, says, "Worthy sacrifices," and attacks Rock Hollow with an 18.
Okay, my AC is 18.
So he hits you for 5.
I said 10 hit points.
So he slashes you and hits you on the arm, and blood's kind of dripping out, and he's like, "Yes, we all bleed together."
Well, we need to put these guys out of their misery.
No,
Brock, it is your turn.
I have a
I'm shooting that guy with my longbow.
Get down, Chuck.
Duck, Chuck.
Oh!
God! Rock!
Chuck, you didn't duck.
Do your damage.
Oh my God!
Chuck's a worthy sacrifice.
Come on, give me that one. Oh, fuck.
Did you hunter's mark him?
No.
Okay, so you take 9 points of piercing damage,
No.
and the
Bloody
oth-
hunters mark this.
the
So that's where the hunters mark's at.
right, the cultists see that you guys are getting into the sacrificing of each other, and they're amped up. So the cultists that are alive now have advantage on attacks because they are excited about your sacrifices. All right.
Sorry, Chuck.
This
You didn't duck
cultist,
enough.
seeing Andrew and this other guy in a bloody embrace, wants to join in, so he attacks. 14 on Andrew. I don't know if that hits. It does not. So he tries to attack Andrew, but Andrew, even though one sword is buried into a cultist, he deflects the other one. And he steps over here to try to hug it out. That guy's dead.
Hug it out.
It is now Pierre's turn.
I will attempt to shoot this one to hit. Wait. Which one hasn't gone? Oh, this one. Can I get a shot off around the window there?
Give me an acrobatics check to see if you can lean through the window and shoot successfully. Yeah, 21. You can do that. So, yeah, if you want to lean through the window and take a shot, go ahead and give me an attack.
And this would be with advantage because they did not see me?
Yes. And he hasn't acted, so he gets assassinate damage.
And of an accuracy, so it is a 21.
So, he's looking at Rockhala, and Rockhala sees this arrow pop out one of his eyeballs.
Oops.
And you see him kind of make a smile as he slumps to the ground.
Damn it! Stop killing him!
I think that's
What?
the point.
Yeah.
Yes.
He wants to talk to him.
Apparently, Rockhala wants to join the cult.
Wait a second. Is Rakala preaching non-violence at this moment?
I don't.
This is
That's
amazing.
these cultists.
It's not non-violence.
All right.
I have a feeling. I don't know if I'm right, but they're happy to die.
Metagaming. It's not your turn. Chuck.
So I'm going to look at this guy and hold out my hand and say, hey, let me give you a hand, dance around him, and give him a vicious mockery.
You tell him he's actually a good boy and doesn't need to sacrifice, and it hurts him for 1.
Nice one.
Does vicious mockery hit for more than 1?
It hits for 1d4.
Oh, okay. I've never seen anything besides a 1.
Yeah, he rolled a 3 the last time, but it didn't count. Because he missed.
No, I
It
think
counted.
didn't
It did.
Oh, it did.
It didn't do as much damage because he saved. It does half damage if he saves.
Oh, okay. That's because I thought he had saved. Okay, so he took half damage. Yeah.
And then it causes disadvantage, so I guess if it didn't save, then he would be straight rolling.
Right. So, yeah, he is straight rolling now. Pavel, it is your turn.
Pavel's been watching all of this over the shoulders of Anam and Andre, and he kind of slides in between them and comes up here, says, now's my time to shine. And so he fires up his magic missiles.
All right.
And he's going to he's going to start with this one right here. This one's been hit quite a bit, right?
I'd only take 1.
So he fires on him.
Do it.
3. That magic missile hits. The cultist loves the feel of the arcane damage. He goes to 1 knee, but he is still alive.
So Pavel goes, all right, you're going to get another one.
That one.
Boy, what's with Pavel?
That one goes out
Can't
and
sneak. He can't do anything.
Extinguishes his life force, and he slides off the blade of Andrew.
And on his third one, he goes for that one right there. What is with you, Pavel? Stupid.
A little arcane energy blasts him in the leg, and he loves the feeling of
he
this
would
pain. But
Pavel,
he is still
Pavel's
alive.
got this big frown on his face.
All right,
anyway.
Annam.
Hey, I'm going to spend another sorcery point. I'm going to step over, put 1 foot up on the dead cultist, and tell them it's time for them to meet their dragon. Firebolt the one at the bottom
All right.
for 1 damage. And now firebolt the other one.
You catch his robe on fire. It does 1 point of damage, but he enjoys it. A 19 also hits.
So that's the one up in the top.
That guy, you center mass his the fireball, and his whole body envelops in fire, and he falls to the ground.
And I look at Rakala, point to the last one, and say, "Now you can ask questions."
Damn it, God.
All right, it's now Rakala's turn.
Now it's my turn. I'm saying I don't think we should have killed these guys. And I run down, and I'm going to non-lethally hit them with the pummel of my sword.
All right, go ahead and make an attack.
Not swing the sword, but like use the kind of like
you're trying to not kill him, but knock him out, or
right
subdue him.
So is that a sword attack, or is that a?
It would still be a sword attack, but yeah. So a 13 hits.
So this is non-lethal damage.
Correct. You've stated that 4 times.
I don't know how else
you
to do
decapitate him. No, I'm kidding. You hit him. You hit him with like the. It's like a closed fist, and so the hilt and stuff just catches him solid, and you hit him in the jaw. A tooth flies out.
Oof.
And then his eyes roll in the back of his head, and he slumps down.
All right, so I'm gonna.
And that's where we're going to pick up next time.
The fuck! God damn it!
It's 10 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock.
I didn't get to interrogate him.
You
You're
can
not going
interrogate
to intimidate him.
You can interrogate him Thursday. All right, guys. Thanks so much for the views, the follows, the subs.
Oh,
I
y'all
hope
not hear
you've
what I said?
enjoyed the show, and we'll see what happens with this knocked out cultist next week. Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
We will see you guys later.
Later.